is Oberfuhrer Wolfram von List, calling from Divarite Mobile Headquarters, supporting Army Group North. Transcribe and forward the following to the office of Heinrich Himmler, Berlin. Mein Reichsfuhrer, we have experienced a rather dramatic development here in Leningrad. I will go into detail when we next meet. In brief, some artifacts we collected have yielded rather tangible results. I have experienced them personally. Suffice to say, I am a changed man. I must now take immediate action on behalf of the Reich. Be advised, we are deploying immediately to Stalingrad. I would wait for permission, but our situation is precarious, and there is not a moment to lose. You know my devotion to the Reich is complete and unshakable. I do not take this action lightly, but I am now in possession of a military asset so radical in nature, it will turn the tide of the entire war. Again, details to come when the time is right. Until then, keep faith in me. Tell the Führer this is no cause for alarm, but rather for celebration. The Third Reich shall endure. Oberfuhrer von List to all die Wahrheit personnel across all theaters of special operations. As of now, I am altering our timetable, reducing the time allotted by half. Yes, I know this is drastic, but I have always asked much of you, and you have always delivered. We set out together to scour the globe. We sought objects of power no one believed existed, to turn the tide of a war no one believed could be won. And yet, here we are, harnessing forces beyond mortal ken, perched on the precipice of the greatest advancement in the history of human warfare. Our enemy now is not that ragged band of soldiers delivering mere paper cuts on the orders of the traitor Kraft. No, our enemy is time itself. Even now, the so-called allies are gathering an invasion force to retake Europe. This we cannot allow. The army of the 1,000-year Reich must rise completely to secure what is rightly ours. Until then, redouble your efforts. And be careful. Kraft's commandos strike everywhere we work. Take appropriate precautions and stay on task. The future of the Reich depends on you. This is Oberfuhrer Wolfram von List, commanding officer of SS Battalion Die Wahrheit. I am broadcasting on an open channel to the soldiers assisting Professor Gabriel Kraft. I am not sure why you answered his cry for help. Surely you know by now, if you continue to oppose me, I will eventually kill you all. But it does not have to end that way. I am asking you to reconsider your mission. It simply makes no sense. The man you are helping is hardly a man at all. He is a traitor who cannot be trusted. He once served Die Wahrheit. Do you know this? It was he who made possible my union with Cortifex the Deathless. There would be nothing for you to battle here, had that little demonologist not lent me his expertise. This is really all his fault, if you must point the finger. And now he expects you to risk your lives just to undo his mistakes? This is the very definition of a fool's errand. But you can still withdraw. Stop helping Kraft, and I will allow your retreat. Continue hating him, and you will all die horribly. And after that, you will take your place in my army of the dead. Can you hear me, Professor? Of course you can. What else is there for you to do than sit at your radio and pray for salvation? I should have sent you to the camps when we first met. It makes my skin crawl to even breathe the same air you do. You were my greatest mistake. But one I can still correct. So go on, play your games, do your worst. The soldiers who are helping you are braver, finer people than you could ever be. And still they will die like dogs, one by one. And as they do, I shall savor the pain it brings to that soft, degenerate heart of yours. Oh yes, Professor. I will make sure you die last. The world I usher in will have no place for your kind. Only the strong, the pure. A world cleansed by fire will suit me quite well. You are but the kindling. Oberfuhrer von List, to all die Wahrheit personnel operating in Merville, France, in Paris, and in the swamp known to locals as Shinonuma. First, your service is exemplary. The dimensional weak spot at the windmill site is already receiving vital support from the dark ether. The archaeological dig at Shinonuma is yielding important insights about the entities aiding the enemy, and preparations atop the Hotel Royal will ensure that all of Paris will soon experience a very different sort of nightlife. Be advised that another area of operations is underway. You may hear radio traffic from our unit in the eastern desert of Egypt. Theirs is a mission vital to protecting our most valuable ally, Herr Cortifex. Requests from this task force get top priority. So far, Kraft's little band of guerrillas have not targeted that operation, and I intend to keep it that way. Continue with your duties, my loyal soldiers. Soon the whole world will be at our feet. This is Oberfuhrer Wolfram von List. To all troops of Kampfgruppe Die Wahrheit, you have my congratulations and sincere appreciation for what you have accomplished so far in Stalingrad. Exhumation of corpses continues on schedule. Our undead army will soon rise in earnest. On that glorious day, our march across Europe begins. We are transforming the site of our greatest military humiliation into the source of our ultimate victory. For the Third Reich, Stalingrad was not das Ende, not the end. It is der Anfang, the beginning. From here, our army der Toten will awaken. Marching from mass grave to mass grave, increasing their ranks. The fatherland's honored dead will once again fight for our shared destiny. And if you see old friends and comrades among them, remember, they will not be the men they once were, but their service continues. Their previous sacrifice no longer in vain. Just salute them and get out of their way. Our fallen will combine with their own to drive all our enemies into the sea.